pretty dirty, so let's give her a little bit of a car wash. This is also Benji Auto Paint and Auto Shop, and there's a car I want to show you guys that you guys will be very familiar with. So you guys remember Tito Benji? Hi. Yeah, he did my car, and right now what he's working on is, you guys recognize this Range Rover, right? I made a video about this Range Rover a few months ago, one of my first videos, and now it's being fixed up. There's some scratches, so there's gonna be a full repaint, and yeah, they're in the process of doing it. Just nice to see this car, and I'm excited to see it when it's done. Okay, car wash over, I can get on with the video. Let me just pull out. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the hot and humid country of the Philippines. So, I just realized that this car is about to be 10 years in our ownership. It's a 2005 model, but we bought it back in 2011 secondhand. So, what is the Land Cruiser Prado? Well, it's sort of like the middle child of the Toyota SUV range, because it's sort of like a cheaper Land Cruiser but a more expensive Fortuner, and I think that plays into its exclusivity because I do not see a lot of Prados on the road. I usually see Fortuners or the occasional Land Cruiser and FJ Cruiser, but Prados barely. I love that Australian saying that says, if you want to go into the bush, take a Land Rover, but if you want to make it home again, take a Land Cruiser. Now that's not a dig at the Land Rover, for any Land Rover owners out there. I love the Land Rover. Yeah, the Defender is iconic, but when you think of tough, rugged dependability, you don't really think about Land Rovers, you think of Land Cruisers. Land Cruisers are meant to last forever. It's supposed to be 23 years of usage before you even have a problem with them. The internet has no shortage of proof for the dependability and off-road capability of this car. Watch these clips. Isn't that cool? I'd like to try that one day if I get the chance. And that proves how rugged and capable this car is. It's a Land Cruiser after all. It's used by both the United Nations and terrorist groups. It is quite literally a go-anywhere car. The thing is though, I live in Quezon City, and well, it's a city, so I go on paved roads every day. So I don't really need its off-road capabilities, which it has a lot of. The closest thing I've tried taking it off-road is taking it on unfinished road surfaces. Ah yes, traffic. Since we are in the Philippines, this is where this car lives, in traffic. And what's it like? Well, it's very comfortable. I feel really big. I tower over everyone because the car is really high. And I feel very safe in it because if that little hatchback or whatever sedan tries to put us in an accident, I know that I would come out safer. And I think that's why Filipinos love SUVs, because we know that we don't trust each other's driving. We're very selfish drivers. So if ever one of us puts each other in an accident, we want to be on a safer end. That's why we like SUVs. And that's why at one point the Fortuner was the best-selling car in the Philippines. And it is very fuel efficient. It is a diesel, and diesel is cheaper than gas. So this car is about to do 130,000 in mileage, and it's still reliable. Nothing has broken, no mechanical issues, no electrical issues, no maintenance issues. When we first bought it, there was no service history. We're not even sure if it was serviced, and it's perfectly fine. In the 10 years of our ownership and the 16 years of this car's life, the only thing that needs to be changed is the battery, and every car has its battery changed. Now, of course, there are some downsides to its age. For one, the engine is really loud and sounds like a typical diesel truck. Listen to this. And of course, this car has seen better days. The scratches here on the fenders was done when I hit a Mini Cooper. I barely noticed him, but he had a lot of damage. It was entirely my fault though. I was not looking, and I have since learned from my mistakes. This scratch here was done by my brother pulling out of a parking lot. Yeah, as you can see, it had a nasty gash that came from a concrete wall or concrete post. So yeah, it even damaged my floorboard down here. This rear fender, it is loose because it got hit a few years ago. And I'm also missing a roof rack and cover. Common problem among Prados. I see a lot of Prados on the road that don't have this, or at least when I see them. Prado owners can back me up on this. The dashboard was made of a material that would chip away as it ages. I think it's because of heat. I don't know what material it is, but you could peel it off before. We had that problem solved years ago by getting it leather upholstered. My headlights are faded already, but that's because of its age. And I do plan to get that fixed, not too hard. And then there are those random dents and scratches where I don't even remember how they got there anymore. So, what does it feel like to drive? Well, you can expect it to drive like any 16-year-old car. It's big, it's wallowy, it's spongy, because it's a very heavy car, so there's a lot of body roll. The brakes, they work, but you have to press in about a quarter of the way before they even bite. The hood is massive. I feel very tall. I tower over everyone, which I actually like. Thing is though, there are downsides to driving a big car. For example, here in the Philippines, there are a lot of tight, small roads, so you have to maneuver around them. I know for a fact that I have swollen fenders, so I have to leave about 3 to 5 inches of allowance on either side because of those swollen fenders. In terms of power, well, there's not a lot, but it is very torquey. I have thought about making this a complete off-roader, you know, lifting it, putting in massive tires, adding a snorkel, a bull bar, a tent, similar to that Jeep I made a video about, which you guys should totally check out. But then I realized that, no, this car doesn't really need aftermarket parts, because for what I use it for, it's already more capable than I ever needed to be. If you can't tell by now, I absolutely love this car, and I hope it runs forever. I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, press that notification bell, and follow me on my socials, which are linked down below, so that you get updated for my upcoming videos. See you soon.